is up, guys? EJ here, back with another video, and today it's going to be my movie collection for 2016 and part 2 of the Criterion Collection. But before we move on, I realized today that I actually had one out of order, and that was The Discreet Charm with the Bourgeoisie from 1972, great film by Louis Buñuel. It's by number 102, and it was out of place, so just correcting that before we move on. So last time we finished off with 8.5 at 140. So up next at 141 we have Children of Paradise, a great film by Marcel Carné from 1945. By number 151 we have Traffic, Steven Soderbergh's great film about the war on drugs from 2000 that he won Best Director for. Great cast: Michael Douglas, Catherine Zeta-Jones, Erica Christensen, Topher Grace, Don Cheadle, Benicio del Toro. Okay, 157 we have Wes Anderson's The Royal Tenenbaums from 2001. Yeah, definitely one of my favorite Wes Anderson films. Great cast: Gene Hackman, Danny Glover, Bill Murray, Luke and Owen Wilson. Love Gwyneth Paltrow's performance in this film. Ben Stiller, really funny movie. Up next at 159 we have Redbeard, directed by Akira Kurosawa from 1965. Spy number 164 we have Andrei Tarkovsky's Solaris from 1972. Spy number 168, I believe, we have D.A. Pennebaker's Monterey Pop from 1967. Great concert documentary, of course, about the famous concert featuring many great artists from the late 60s, early 70s. People like Janis Joplin, the Mamas and the Papas, Jefferson Airplane, The Who, Jimi Hendrix, Otis Redding, Ravi Shankar. Just a great concert film. Okay, spy number 173 we have The Life and Death of Colonel Blimp. Yeah, directed by Michael Powell and Emmerich Pressburger from 1943. Spy number 175 we have Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas from 1997. Great performances by Johnny Depp and Benicio del Toro, of course, directed by Terry Gilliam, based on the book by Hunter S. Thompson. Spy number 176, I believe, and that's The Killers from 1946, a great film by Robert Siodmak. And there's two versions of this, also the 1964 version by Don Siegel. Spy number 182 we have Straw Dogs from 1971, great film with Dustin Hoffman and Susan George by Sam Peckinpah. Didn't like the remake of that movie. Spy number 190 we have Akira Kurosawa's Throne of Blood from 1957, great Toshiro Mifune role. Spy number 198 we have Ali Ferries the Soul, a great German film directed by Rainer Werner Fassbinder from 1974. Another film I saw in college. Alright, moving on down here, we have spy number 213, I believe, and that's Richard III. Yeah, 213. Yeah, from 1955 with Laurence Olivier. Okay, spy number 216, we have The Rules of the Game from Jean Renoir, a great French film. Spy number, I can barely read this, 219, down in the corner here, we have Federico Fellini's La Strada from 1954, great movie. Spy number, what is that, 221. We have Akiru from 1952, another great film by Akira Kurosawa. Spy number 224, we have Samuel Fuller's Pickup on South Street from 1947, I believe. 53, sorry, I always get this one wrong whenever I do these videos. Spine number 233, we have Akira Kurosawa's Stray Dog from 1949. Spine number 248, Videodrome, great film directed by David Cronenberg with James Woods, of course, from 1983. Love the videotape design of that. So I just wonder why I have it like this, because of the spine number. Yeah, let's put it in this way for a change. Keep it in like that. Spine number 249, we have The Battle of Algiers, another one I've gotten kind of backwards. Great film by Guido Pontecorvo from 1965. I'll put that back in the same way. Spine number I can barely read these. 265, Shortcuts from 1993. Great film directed by Robert Altman. Fantastic cast. I'm not going to read all those names on there, but I remember Julianne Moore in it, especially for obvious reasons. Shortcuts, yeah, really great film. Spine number 267, Kagemusha, another great Akira Kurosawa film from 1983. Spine number 274, Night in the City from 1950. Great film directed by Jules Dessin. Okay, spine number 77? Yeah, 277, My Own Private Idaho from 1991 with Keanu Reeves and River Phoenix, directed by Gus Van Sant. Spine number 280, I believe, with a little bit of cobwebs on there. It's a little dusty down here, sorry. Yeah, 280, The Sword of Doom, great samurai film by Kakashi Okamoto from 1966, I believe this came out. 65, 66, yeah. Spine number 281, Jules and Jim, great Francois Truffaut film, sorry, from 1962. Yeah, I get all these like foreign directors mixed up sometimes. Spine number 289, we have Hoop Dreams, great documentary by Steve James from 1994. Spine number 291, we have Heaven Can Wait from 1943, great film by Ernst Lubitsch. Spine number 300, and that's The Life Aquatic with Steve Zissou from 2004, another Wes Anderson film with the usual cast: Bill Murray, Angelica Houston, Owen Wilson, Willem Dafoe, Jeff Goldblum. Yeah, fun film. Not his best or my favorite Wes Anderson film, but still pretty good. Okay, spine number 302, and that's Harakiri from 1962. Great film by Masaki Kobayashi. Okay, spine number 306, La Samurai, great French film from 1967 by Jean-Pierre Melville. Spine number 316, and that's Ran, another great Akira Kurosawa film from 1985, basically a retelling of Shakespeare's King Lear. Spine number 318, and that's Forbidden Games by René Clément, I think from 1952. Yeah, terrific French film, that. Okay, up next we have 325, sorry. Kind Hearts and Coronets, directed by Robert Hamer, great British farce from, I think, 1949. Yeah, with David Niven and all that group of actors who are in quite a few of those films. The Ealing comedies, I think they're known as. Okay, spine number 336, Dazed and Confused, of course, classic Richard Linklater film from 1993. Love this movie, probably my favorite Linklater movie. Yeah, so many great young actors: Matthew McConaughey, Ben Affleck, Mila Jovovich, Joey Lauren Adams, Parker Posey. to name a few. Of course, I have another version in my teen section. Okay, spy number 374, and that's The Bicycle Thief, my favorite Italian film by Vittorio De Sica from 1949. Just a great film. Let's see. God, I can't get these back in, and it's like slipping out too. Okay, spy number 376, and that's The 49th Parallel. Great film by Michael Powell and Emmerich Pressburger from 1941. Spy number 381, and that's La Haine, or just Hate. Great film from 1995 by Matthew Kassovitz. Yeah, I remember seeing this in the late 90s and loving it. I'm really happy when it eventually came out on Criterion Collection. Okay, spy number 399, and that's House of Games. Great film by David Mamet from 1987. I'm going to leave it out because they're a little tight here. Easier to maneuver. Next we have Breathless, spy number 408, great film by Jean-Luc Godard, fantastic French movie, one of my favorites, that's for sure. Okay, up next, spy number, God, I can barely read that, 409, I think that says, Days of Heaven, Terrence Malick's great film from 1978. Looking forward to picking up The New World on Criterion Collection. I'll probably get that in November. Alright, up next we have spy number 414, Two-Lane Blacktop, great carsploitation film from 1971 by Monty Hellman. Spy number 422, and that's The Last Emperor, great Oscar-winning film from 1987 by Bernardo Bertolucci. Okay. Up next we have spy number 431, The Thief of Baghdad from 1940. Great, colorful, fun movie. Up next we have 437, and that's Carl Theodor Dreyer's Vampire from 1931. Great old vampire movie. And up next, I can barely read that, 450, I believe, it's Bottle Rocket, directed by Wes Anderson, of course, his first film from 1996 with Luke and Owen Wilson. Okay, spy number 452, The Spy Who Came In From the Cold, from 1965. Yes, I also have this in my espionage section, based on the novel by John le Carré, who of course wrote lots of great spy novels. Spy number 459, and that's The Exterminating Angel from 1962. Great film directed by Luis Buñuel. And I'm going to end on the next one here, and that is spy number 476, The Curious Case of Benjamin Button. My favorite film from 2008, directed by David Fincher with Brad Pitt and Cate Blanchett, Tilda Swinton as well. Great film. So that is part 2 of Criterion Collection. Up next we will complete my Criterion Collection with part 3. So thank you for watching as always, and until next time, I'll see you.